Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're playing Myth the Wind Age using the Dungeon World system.
Went with it and said,
We're just getting into the pregame here.
Why the hell not?
All right. So when last we left off, you guys had just cleared out a nest of Myrkridia. You had slain the pack mage that was sort of overseeing the nest along with the pack alpha, and I think there was an ogre in there too. And
I got his head.
Yeah, and you brought his head back. You bring his head back, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then you guys also found the horrible tome, which I think I posted a picture of last time.
Oh, I didn't. I gotta see what that.
I might have showed it in Roll20. Let me find it real quick.
There's a faceless terror I see on the notes handout.
Go back then.
Wish we could get Pickle Silversun the Druid back.
Yeah, what happened to him?
Well,
I don't know.
We switched to Sprawl and he wasn't interested. Or something.
No, he was just here to try out Dungeon World. I don't think I'm not sure if he was going to be dedicated any more than that.
I guess I didn't agree with him.
No, I think it's just a schedule. I think he just wanted to try it out once, you know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't know that he has the time, because he'd be here, you know. He sees the announcements. Yeah, no, I thought Danny was gonna come, but he changed his mind as well. So I'm gonna try to find some more people to join our group.
Trying to find a picture again of the horrible tome. Taking me a minute here. Maybe have it in Roll20.
Oh, no, there's no you didn't make the handout visible. If there was a handout.
Yeah, I don't actually have a handout for some reason. Oh, here it is.
There it is. Myrkridian tome.
Okay. It should be in your journal, actually. It's under the items at the bottom.
No, it is now.
I think you
made it visible or something.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a big old book of dark, terrible writings that you guys have picked up, and nobody knows how to read it. So you guys have two.
I would consider that I don't probably even know how to freaking read.
Fair. So you guys have two options at this point. Basically, you can head back to Gower and be celebrated by the townsfolk for defending them, or you can head straight to Llancarfan. Or, I mean, you have other options. You guys can go wherever you want, but those are the two sort of obvious ones.
If I'm correct, the reason we even got out this far was we were also traveling with a caravan, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, not a caravan, but you guys are traveling with a group of other warriors from Gower who are helping you scour the marsh and kill the Myrkridia. So they're going back to Gower. So Yulia,
where we came from?
What's that?
Is Gower where we came from?
Yeah. So it's east of the Dire Marsh, over on the east side of the map here.
Oh, where was our party? You said.
So there's members of the Hearthguard from Gower are with you guys. You have Yulia, you have Ludwig, and you have Mina, the two barbarians and a spearwoman, who are who fought with you guys in the Myrkridian lair.
Okay, I like those guys.
Yeah, so they're going back to the Hearthguard. They said, Yulia says to you, Jack, you guys coming with us, or are you heading down to the city?
So tough. You guys gonna the city? I don't think have I ever been there?
I don't know. Have you?
It's pretty far from. How did I end up in Gower in the first place? Am I from Gower? Gower was a town, right?
Yeah. So Gower is the town on the eastern frontier of
Is that the one
charted lands.
down?
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where we
that one.
started, if I remember correctly, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that was the one you guys
did. I'm a fucking punk. I don't think I ever left the town.
Okay.
So
So
yeah, I have no clue on I'm kind of liking the spirit girl there, Yulia. But then again, I've never been to a big city, so I'll leave it up. What do you guys think?
I say we go with her. Like, what was it? They're going to the Llancarfan, right?
Yeah. So they think that there's somebody who might be able to read the tome in Llancarfan. Probably not so much in Gower, but they're going back to Gower because that's where they're from and that's their home. They got to defend.
Okay.
And they say they promise you guys a big party if you decide to go back with them.
Yeah.
Well, let's take the tome and go to Llancarfan and get it translated.
Yeah.
No?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I need convincing because my character is like has a thirst for recognition, and if there was a big party being held, I'd get recognition.
That's true.
So, but I guess if we got this evil, horrible book translated, there'd be some recognition. But I don't think there'd be like strong, strapping, beautiful fighter maidens.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go to the party.
Julia's like, I'm right here, you know.
And then I'm saying that too because that's my old charm.
Let's go to the party.
Let's go to the party.
All right, yeah. So you guys head east. So you're going to embark on a perilous journey. Let me pull that out.
Ranger with us.
Gotta fight for your right to party.
Prepare to lose hit points and rations, boys.
Okay, undertake a perilous journey. When you travel through hostile territory, choose one member of the party to act as a trailblazer, one to scout ahead, and one to be the quartermaster. You guys.
The trailblazer.
Okay. Who's going to be the scout and who's going to be the quartermaster?
I'm scout.
All right, Jack's the scout, and then I guess that leaves Ken. You going to be the quartermaster? Yes. Gustav. Yep. Okay, so let's. All of you are going to roll plus wisdom.
Is that all of us?
Yeah, all three of you, because each of you is going to roll wisdom for your job. Yep.
Oh, not my best skill.
Okay.
We're lost.
Okay, so for the
the master of quarters.
So you were the trailblazer, right, Dram?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys get there on time. You it reduces the amount of time it takes. So you are getting more used to navigating the swamps. So you managed to find the party kind of a clear, dry path out of the marsh, which is
my trail blazed literally.
Yeah, nice. I love it.
Swamp's on fire.
Makes sense. But this time you didn't set yourself on fire.
New job. I love it.
Yeah. I channeled the swamp's gas.
My other no. You know why you did that? Because Jack was like just tramping through the woods and nothing would stop him. So he'd just go through all these thickets and shit. And you guys like just got fucking tired of it because I could go through anything because I'm like a fucking monkey. And you guys just said, burn it.
Yeah, burn it down.
I got the free running and artful dodger, so I just twist through things and go through thickets and stuff. Like it doesn't stop me. You guys, you're so tired of following me because nothing stops me, and you guys are hitting all the trees are hitting you. And I'm like fuck that shit. And Jack's not leading anymore.
All right, so okay, we'll do the quartermaster next. So Gustav, you save everybody a ration. What do you do to save everybody a ration?
How did you save us rations, Gustav?
What's your quartermastering technique?
What's my quartermastering technique? I sang them a song of full belly, and
wait,
basically,
Ron.
Oh, you use magic.
no, I just sang a song and just basically use like suggestion.
Manipulation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like,
Okay.
Oh, that's funny. So we didn't actually get more
program.
food.
So you guys
We
are.
got more food.
So you guys make it there. Okay, you're all starving by the time you get to Gower,
Yeah, we
but
don't
you
know
make it
why.
there. Or I should say, well, you don't make it there yet.
Making me hungry.
Um,
What was I
as
doing?
as far as the scouting is concerned, Jack. So you guys, let's talk about the route a little bit first. So you guys head east from the Dire Marsh. Jack, you're worried about every bat and bird thing that howls and hisses in the trees, at night as you guys are marching, but nothing troubles the party. You head east, following the river, towards the point where you eventually turn off to the south towards the human lands, because in the north of the river is not human lands, and you you guys, there's one particular evening. I'll say it's going to take you guys like 2-3 days of travel to get back to Gower. On the first night out of the swamp, you guys settle by the river and you find a nice place to camp, and you start to you get settled in, you get water for cooking and all that kind of stuff. And Jack, make a Constitution Defy Danger con.
I just press con, right? Basically.
Yeah. Okay. So you sputter and
raw sewage. Sign me up.
so you sputter and spit out the brackish red water that comes out of your canteen after scooping it up without looking. There's this river is poisoned. Seems like whatever the source of it is upriver from where you are now.
Wait, doesn't this river go to our town?
No, not directly.
Who cares? I'm gonna
Okay.
take a piss in it.
Well, it can't make it any worse.
Poison.
All right. So you guys, during the night when you camp, Yulia comes up to you, waiting until you're finished with that activity, and she says, "I worry about you, Jack. Not every problem can be solved by charging straight at it."
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes you gotta circle around the back and hit him in the kneecap.
Exactly. I've seen you doing a lot of charging, not a lot of circling. Just saying. She kind of thunks you on the head with her spear.
Oh, so circle more. All right. Aren't I supposed to be the one that's whacking you with a spear? Wink, wink.
She laughs and she's like, "Come on, let's get some sleep." Wink, wink.
Oh, gosh. Cutscene.
All right. So you guys continue heading east. On you get to a point where you join up with the road, right around here. So the poison river you guys encountered was around here, just for the record. So you guys turn east southeast. You follow the road down to this fork, and then you start heading east towards Gower. You stumble upon a party. Jack, you trying to think how to frame this. Let's see. Yeah, so Jack, you come over. You hear something in the distance, and you guys you're scouting ahead. So you walk up a hill to see what it is, and there are 3 people at the bottom of the hill. And as soon as you crest the hilltop, they look up at you. They are obviously armed. They're obviously not from Gower, and they are looking at you kind of suspiciously. What do you do? One of them is a tall. Let me see. One of them is a tall, very muscled, shirtless man. He's got like kind of a a wrap that's almost like a toga belt, but he's top is mostly bare. What's that?
Hercules.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got Hercules type characters carrying a long spear, and he is accompanied by a man in dark robes with some kind of purple runes on them, and there are a number of, I'll say, what you guys would recognize in our universe as like samurai warrior types. There's these guys that are in these Eastern armor. It's like sort of a brown dun color. It's not Eastern in the setting, but it's sort of a similar vibe. They have like the, kind of conical slotted helmets and like the back banners, that kind of thing. And they each are wielding two swords, two-handed. I mean, they're each wielding, you know what I mean? And one of them, some of them, they draw at your approach. What's that?
You said there's 3 separate, and then there's a bunch of other guys, or there's 3 total?
Sorry, there's the burly guy. There's the guy in the hood. There's the guy in the robes, and then there's, I'm gonna say, 4 of the other guys.
Oh. So how far ahead am I?
Say about 80 meters.
All right. I don't seem to have any ranged weapons, so I'll wander up to them and say, "Hey guys, what's up?"
The guardsmen, the guys with the armor, go to start drawing their blades as you approach, and the shirtless guy gestures for them to hold, and he says, "What's your business?"
We're going to town. What's yours?
Which town?
Gower.
He says, "I've heard of some strange things in Gower."
Yeah, a bunch of those little creepy things. Hey, did you see the head of the troll I killed? Show him. I'm gonna turn on that old charm.
At this, he looks. Yeah, go ahead and roll your turn on that old charm.
All right, where the hell did they put it? That's this one, I think.
They find you likable enough not immediately shut you down. Yeah. Okay. So the shirtless guy approaches you, and he looks at the troll and he says, "Impressive." And he goes to shake your hand, realizes you're holding a troll head in that hand, and switches to his other hand. So he goes to shake your hand left-handed.
Sure.
And he says, "Captain Damas, the Imperial Heron Guard."
Wow, that sounds important. We just kill those creepy things. What do we call them again?
The Myrkridia.
Myrkridia. Yeah, that's what they said.
He says, "You killed them. You've killed them." You say.
Oh yeah, lots of them. We just see that. Well, you can't see the swamp anymore. Oh, here's we got some more heads and ears. Actually, ears. Apparently, there's a reward for them.
He says there is in the city.
Oh, where they pay? Was that Land or those that one town I've never been to?
Llancarfan, yes.
I got a few other folks with us, and they're from Gower, and they're coming behind me. They'll be here soon.
He says, "How many?"
Going back to celebrate.
He says, "How many ears have you got?"
Oh, ears. I personally killed about 14 of them or so, and then some other guys have burnt some of them. So I apologize. They're going to taste like pork rinds, but no, if you do, so probably about 30 altogether.
Okay. He opens a purse at his belt and he starts counting.
I like this. All right, where's everybody else?
Okay, so he gives you 150 coin. Counts out 150 coin for you.
Oh, okay, awesome. I suppose you want to trade that for the troll head or something.
Oh, well, you're giving him the ears, right?
Okay, I'm just waiting for other people to talk. So there were some other people too,
right? Yeah. So the man in the robe says, "Are you the ones that we've heard of, the heroes of Gower? You don't look like hero material." if you don't mind my saying so. Kind of looks down his nose at you.
I jumped off the wall right into the center of about 20, 30 of those folks and chased them off into the woods the first time.
Yeah.
So,
Have you heard of? It's like, come on, everybody! You're saying you never heard of Jack? He starts playing on his lute. It's like, yes, Jack. Ah, sailor of Gower.
This is the guy in the robe. It looks like I pasted in the Roll20 chat. Go ahead and roll a I guess defy danger charisma for your performance of the Tale of Jack.
watch it roll a 5. Yeah, I knew it!
He very politely says, "Yes, that's very impressive."
Jack looks at Gustav and goes, something's off about that.
Um,
Are you starving? You sound like you're hungry or thirsty or something.
A little bit. I mean, like.
Because he starved us.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You've been playing the music so much that your throat. Get this guy something to drink. He sounds better when he's not parched.
He says, "Why don't you travel with us? We're on our way to Gower."
Sure.
All right, so you guys set off on the march.
I say, why don't you travel with us? And then I walk ahead.
The guardsmen all laugh.
The XP is rolling in, boys.
I got a 4.
The guardsmen all laugh, and the shirtless man, who's introduces himself, I think I said, as Captain Damas, gives you a sour look. Let's see. On a 7 and 9, you cross a line that will have their revenge someday. They blow up here and now. Okay. So he says, "Why don't you march ahead of us? We'll keep you under guard." He gestures to the guardsmen, which are called the Hearth Guard, and the Hearth Guard guys surround your party, and they say, "Let's march." And they kind of prod at you with their swords.
Oh God.
Jack just says, I'm the center of attention now. And he feels better about himself.
But
the only reason I'm talking to the other ones as we're going, like the only reason they're really pointing their swords, their spears at us is because we're dangerous, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so Damas doesn't really like most of you guys. He has taken kind of a shining to Jack, though, after the presentation of the Myrkridia heads, and because of Jack's overwhelming charm. But he's a sort of like the tall, dark, silent type. He doesn't say a lot as you guys are marching on the road. The party...
I'm concerned that he's surrounded by spears, people pointing at him. He's like, yeah. It's only right.
I continue to play the song of my people. I'm just like singing.
Wait. Let me give you some of my reddish water I pulled out on the unconsciously. Maybe it'll make you sing better. I'm gonna aid.
Okay, roll it.
It might be interfere. But so
you give him a flask.
Fill that reddish water in there. You probably shouldn't drink it.
Yulia looks at that and she says, "That's iron. Where'd you get that?"
Oh, it's in the stream. They're mining it or something. Who knows?
Terrible stuff. Damas says, "Iron, did you say? Let me see that."
All right, hand him the canteen.
Okay.
There's a whole stream full of it, just, half a day?
He looks at the canteen, pours it out on the ground slowly, looking at it, and he says, you're talking about the river?
Yeah. There was a slow part, and it was all reddish. I wasn't looking at it. And, if I peed in the river, it's not going to hurt it, right? Is it?
He looks at the man in the black cloak, turns and shows him what's left in the flask, which isn't much. And the man in the black cloak frowns and he says, "Could be the trow." Everyone gets quiet for a second.
Oh, the building stuff upriver.
Well, the or that or the mining stuff.
Um,
But like,
Or both.
yeah.
he singles out one of the members of the. I'm saying Hearthguard. They're not Hearthguard. They're Heron Guard. The other guys with you are Hearthguard. The Damas singles out one of the Heron Guard, and he says, "Return to the city with due haste. Tell them, give them orders." And he actually takes out a little bit of parchment and he writes, and he says, "Give these orders to the watch captain." And he salutes and starts running off in the distance.
I go, hey, you're like smart, right? Can read like old stuff.
He says, "What do you have there?" Myrkrid says, the one in the black cloak.
Look, it's looks like a shield. I point at one of the probably one of the barbarians is holding it on our way back, right? They're still around, or are they not? They're separate.
Yeah. So he looks. He says, "Fascinating. May I see this?"
Yeah.
Sure. I can't figure it out. It's got a picture of like a skull on it or something.
He looks at it. He frowns and he says, "I'll start working on the translation."
Well, we found this at while raiding one of them Myrkridia like caves.
Yeah, there's this big pile of skulls, and we lit it on fire, and we killed this like witch doctor from them, and he had all these undead. That was a lot of fun.
Which doctor, you say?
Yeah, the guy could raise the dead and send them after us. We tossed him into the creek, though. They crawled out. This sucked.
That might explain some of this. He's looking at one of the runes on the first page. This is very concerning. The Myrkridia are not known for their possession of dreams.
Possession of dreams.
Magic. He says, magic. Magic is derived from shards of the dream left behind by the forces of creation.
Wow, I think you just said a few words that I don't understand. So, yeah, that sounds great. There should be a party when we get the Gower, though.
He says, yes.
Quickly get distracted.
All right, yeah. So you guys march for a couple hours, and you're kind of marching a little bit, maybe more slowly than Damas would like, because Myrkrid is trying to read while he's walking, and they keep having to kind of like steer him. You guys get to Gower, and you see in the distance they see your party approaching, and there's like a cheer that goes up from the spearmen on the walls, and they swing open the gates wide and welcome you into the city. But they as their party gets closer, they see these other guys, the Heron Guards, and you find that there is a reception of friendly, confused, and then suddenly suspicious clansmen and spearmen ringing the gate on the just inside the city walls. What do you do?
I'm going to look at our escort leader, and what is he really feeling right now? That's where entering
let's see.
Gower.
What is he feeling right now? I would say he's feeling irritation with these kind of yokels, these peasants that are barring his path. But there's a grudging measure of respect for those who have managed to fend off the Myrkridia, and he realizes that this town is responsible.
All right. I'm gonna try to placate to people. It's like, rejoice, everyone! We have raided the Myrkridia encampments and wiped out one of their cave encampments.
Their nest.
They all cheer.
Their nest. Yeah.
And Damas says to you, Gustav, I would speak with the village elders.
Yeah, they're that way. I point towards I think it was like
the big house, yeah.
Tower. Yeah.
Yeah, so you lead them.
You know that tower very familiarly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you lead them up to the big manor house, and They
Wasn't it your father-in-law? Just kidding.
they usher you to the manor house. The mayor's daughter is, of course, secretly happy to see you, Gustav, although she doesn't really let it on in front of everybody. But she kind of gives you like a little small smile that you recognize. But they take you into the manor house and they welcome you, and they've got by the time you get in there, they're getting a feast laid out on the in the great banquet hall, there is a move for this. Let's see. Let's see. Carouse. Okay. So the mayor is throwing a big party on your behalf. So somebody give me a roll at +2.
Right, I'm gonna carouse with my. Yeah. Wait, you said carouse.
Okay,
right?
yeah, carouse. Yep, you got it. Okay, you return triumphant. They throw a big party in your honor because you defended the city.
That's a 10+.
Woo!
Oh,
I'm
you got a 10. Okay.
Put the +2 in there.
So you get to choose 3 of the items from the list below.
All right. I gain useful information. I am not entangled, ensorcelled, or tricked, and I befriend a useful NPC.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm gonna say that you guys get to know Damas and the Hearthguard a little bit. Damas is he's captain of the Imperial Heron Guard of Emperor Latrim, who rules in the capital city Llancarfan of the old empire, the old Caith Brewig Empire. He is known for the use of his bladed spear, which is called a glaive, and he is very fast. He's also, you find out that even though he didn't like you initially, he kind of starts to take a shining to you as he gets to know you guys. He's particularly there's something about Gustav that he recognizes in himself. He's a carouser like you guys, a heavy drinker, likes to tell tall tales, that kind of thing. He is he thinks that the local customs though are barbaric. Like, he doesn't really like hanging out with the clansmen, but he doesn't really have the same reaction to you guys. Let's see. A couple other things are mentioned. He starts talking about the trout. He starts talking about the iron in the river, and he's asking you questions about it. He says that the trow have a city north of the river, and this poison is no doubt a runoff from their forges, their refineries and forges. And he says it could mean that the trow are on the move. We'll post scouts at the steps, but this village may be in danger. So he mentions that, to the elders, and you guys are present as well, so you hear this. So that covered the useful information. You befriended Damas, and you're not entangled. So Damas says that he has been sent here on the word that the city was defended against Myrkridia, which he can see plainly is true. As you guys have come into the city, you see that they are digging like a huge trench and like burning the bodies of the Myrkridia. So they've got this big pyre going as you guys are walking into the city, and so he could see that the rumors are true, and he says those that stood in defense of Gower are invited to Llancarfan to speak with the Emperor himself.
Oh, recognition. Ching.
Yep. So he says, the elders discuss, and they say they single out all of you guys. Like you guys were the defenders. They definitely recognize that Jack, bravely fought on the walls. They recognize that Gustav, used his magic, and yeah, and who's missing a person, and my brain is just breaking. Dram, yeah, and they recognize your siege engines, of course, were instrumental in helping defend the city. And Damas at that, he kind of gets up from the party. He's like, I must see these engines. So he bids you, Dram, to lead him out and show him the things that you've created. What do you show him?
My brick oven.
Do you throw pizzas at them?
I don't know.
He's specifically interested in siege engines, like the ones you used in defense of Gower. I think you had like a flaming catapult or something.
Oh yeah, no, we added fire to the catapult.
Right.
Yeah. I show him. Show him how I lit it up. I light up a fireball.
Damas has one of the warriors go and fetch Myrkrid, who's sequestered himself in the study at the manor house, and is dragged reluctantly away from his translation work out to see this. But when he sees what you've done, he instantly takes an interest, and he says, "This is the flame dream. Very interesting. Will you teach me?"
Yes, I look into his eyes. Yeah.
Excellent. So he starts like asking you a million questions.
Give me fuel, give me fire. Oh yeah. When I gaze intensely into someone's eyes, I may ask what fuels the flames of your desire.
Let me see.
Fire goes into my eyes.
But he is right. So he has an unquenchable hunger for knowledge.
Okay.
And this is evident as well in the way that he's asking you about every single possible detail of your magic and your siege engine, and the tactics you use in the defense and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I start to spout haiku and about how it comes from my heart, and the key inside my soul is the source of the fire.
Can I come in?
I have to tune my key every morning with by doing Tai Chi. I do morning Tai Chi.
Yeah, don't listen. He gave me his fire. See, and I hold my hand, and it's like there's like this burnt like ember that like glows.
But before he did that, he had to drink lots of tea, and I show him the tea leaves that I like to get from the store.
He goes and sends. He says, "Fetch me some of that," and he sends one of the Heron guards to go buy him some tea.
Yeah, red leaf pico tea, and I show him some Tai Chi moves. I'm like, no, your wrist has to go this way, not that way.
Okay, so he's learning. He doesn't. He's not too adept with the physical stuff. He struggles with it. Obviously,
but then we eat at a restaurant that's has really spicy food. That sometimes the fire has to be within you for you to know. And I make him eat spicy food.
Oh God, he does not. It doesn't sit well with him. He spends the next day in his chambers, and you're not entirely sure it's just because of the reading.
It's probably catching up on his reading.
But you guys party wildly and you crash, and the warriors of Gower all toast to you and raise a skin of mead to everybody here, and in the morning, Damas kind of wakes everybody, goes around the lodging, wakes everybody. I'm assuming you guys are staying at the inn, which was the What do I name the inn? Anyway, you guys are staying at the inn, and he comes to the inn early and wakes everybody up and says, "Gather your things. We march."
I gather my things.
All right,
And
so
I follow Dumas.
so everybody packs up, and Gustav, you're not at the inn. You're up in the tower again. How do you escape capture this time?
I disguise myself. As a suit of armor.
Okay.
It's like every once in a while, just like, when nobody's looking, he would like quickly move to the next area, hold still, let the guards pass.
That's amazing. Yeah, okay. So they're not really users of like plate mail in the modern medieval sense, but you find that there's like a display of like the warriors like furs that the barbarians all wear, and so you're this posed, you've got like the wolf's head, fur around your shoulders and all this kind of stuff, and the ceremonial warrior garb, all that kind of stuff. And so they overlook you, and you bid your goodbyes, and the party is once again on the road.
One more thing before we leave is like,
oh yeah,
when you return to a civilized settlement you visited before, tell the GM when you were last here to tell you how it's changed since then.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
last time
That's a great question. So one thing I mentioned, of course, is the bodies that you guys are seeing are being burned. The villagers have kind of come together. The people of Gower are tougher, more confident somehow. There's a spirit to them that they didn't have before. After the successful siege and the return of their hunting parties from the Myrkridia nests, there's people out here on the frontier are always tough, but they are now hopeful, which is something you haven't seen in anyone in a long time. You also see that the fire damaged areas, they're starting to rebuild. They're gathering materials slowly from the surrounding area. It's slow because they can only work during the day. They have to come in at night to defend themselves from roving Myrkridia bands. But they are starting to gather materials to put together put the blacksmith forge back together and all that kind of stuff, and fix the northern city wall. That's they've kind of got a temporary they've got a palisade that they have set up to patch the parts where the wall is damaged until they can fix it properly.
All right. Things are looking up.
Yeah. So you guys have made a name for yourselves, and you've given hope to people that have been desperate for many years in this very dark time. And so then, does anybody have anything else they want to do in town before we get moving?
Nope, other than drinking a lot and being passed out half the morning because I partied too hard.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so we're going to undertake another perilous journey. So everybody give me another wisdom roll. I'm going to give the Trailblazer +1 because you guys are on a road, and also because Damas is helping you with his own guide. So the route is pretty straightforward.
All right, well, I keep getting lost.
Okay, so you, Gustav the Quartermaster, so you guys are going to you guys get a ration when you're back in the city, but then you spend 2 rations, so everybody will mark off 1 ration for this trip. And then, what's that?
Equipment stuff. Okay.
I couldn't understand that. I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Oh, I'm trying to find where the hell the rations are.
Oh, it's in the sub section at the top of your sheet.
sub?
Yeah, so if you click on, there's a
Yeah,
right
there's
underneath the
buttons
Dungeon World
at the
logo.
top.
There's a button that says main, and then sub, and then settings. The gears in the sub. There you go.
Grayed out, but you can click it.
Oh, okay. So I would want to add something. I wasn't carrying
Yeah.
rations. All right, add rations.
Yeah, if you don't have rations, then you should have one. Well, now you have no rations because they gave you the one and you ate it.
All right, so I have quantity none.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you're gonna want to get some of those in the future.
All right. Well,
In fact, do you want to buy supplies before you leave town?
All right. Well, I'll show them the big amount of money we have. How much are rations?
Let me check. Dungeon rations. It's 3 coins and 1 weight for 5 uses.
Okay. Well, I got. So, how the fuck do you do that?
So you just add dungeon rations.
So, do I have 4 rations?
So you have you would have 4 now. Yep.
5?
I
it
started with
starts at
5. Got one. So I got 6. Now I'm down to 4. Is that
Right.
what it would be basically?
Yes. Yeah, and it costs you 3 coins to buy the rations.
Whatever.
Okay.
Wait.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So you guys are on the road, and then we had. So that was the quartermaster, and then trailblazing. Dram, you have the trailblazing. What did you roll for your wisdom? Dram Stoker, what did you roll for your trailblazing?
Initially?
I mean, just now.
From before?
No, this is from now. From just now.
You want to roll another one? Oh,
yeah, because we're going back. Sorry. We're getting back to the city of Llancarfan. Okay.
Okay, I rolled
I had
5.
Jagged
Are people the hearth guards, right?
Yeah. So yeah, the hearth guards are the clansmen, the barbarians and spear people that are with you guys here in Gower.
Okay, so I give this to these guys.
Oh, nice.
I present it at the party.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so the
things I told
the mayor accepts it and he thanks you and he gives you let's see.
No, that's I already did that one already. That's gone.
Okay.
But that's just a thing that I had. All right, so I got it.
Okay, he gives you 10 coins for the sword.
I just turned it all into food. So for the party.
Okay. So go ahead and mark all those rations on your sheet.
5 uses of rations.
Okay.
Passes out to everybody who's with us, anyways.
Yeah, so make sure you guys add that to your sheet.
Where the hell do I get rid of this? Oh, modify. That's it. All right. Myrkridian head gone. 2. And jagged machete gone. 2. I got rations. All right.
All right. And then so Dram, you got a 5 for the trailblazing. So that means
we're down to 3 rations.
Yeah, so let me see what I want to do for the trailblazing. So you guys encounter.
You know I'm gonna burn twice as bright.
Okay.
When I channel the flames of fate, I may treat a missed roll as 7 and 9.
Nice.
This
okay.
may be roll. Yeah. You or another character's made. I'm using it on myself. I've lost emotion, a memory. I guess I would lose.
Okay.
Your class sounds dangerous.
I lose a memory. I guess I'll lose a memory.
Okay. What is it a memory of?
A recipe.
Okay.
No more spicy hot dogs.
Ramen soup.
Oh man, no more ramen. That's rough.
Yeah, it's spicy ramen soup. I forgot the recipe.
Okay, very good. So in exchange for forgetting the recipe,
That number matters.
you guys stay on track. You get to this place, which is there's a point where there's a stream that runs south from the river that you guys were following earlier, and it crosses over the road. And there's a stone bridge. You guys remember crossing over it. Actually, no, you wouldn't have crossed over it because it's further west than when you guys traveled before when you went off road. So as you guys are heading west along the road, you encounter this bridge. And let me put your bogs on the map so you can actually see what the heck I'm talking about. Give me 1 second. There you go. You guys can see now, right?
Oh yeah, nice map.
I got.
It's a really nice map.
I think I got it from an open source site somewhere. I think it was Reddit or like Reddit RPG maps or something.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
I can't see nothing. I see a black square. Am I supposed to put my guy there? Okay, I'll put my guy there.
Yeah, why do you?
Your guy is.
Could you not?
Maybe your token needs vision or something.
Yeah. Okay. Let me set your vision. Hold on. There you go. Can you see now?
No. Oh, there I can.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, let's leave that.
Yeah, it's during the day. It's sunlit. You guys. So you guys. There's a ferry house here. You can take the bridge across. You guys head for the bridge as sort of the obvious route. And Jack, you're scouting ahead, right? About how far ahead of the party are you marching?
Oh, right here. Sounds good.
Okay. So you see a turn it. Sorry, struggling with the Roll20 hotkeys for a second there. You see two of these guys, these spectral kind of, like it looks to you from afar like, could be a hunter or something like that, Jack, and you approach the bridge and start to come towards them because they seem to be kind of wandering aimlessly, just like looking off into the distance. So you approach them to come say hello, and one of them turns to look at you, and you see that it has like a skeletal face with eyeless, empty sockets, and there's this kind of glowing tail where its legs should be, and it reaches for its quiver. What do you do?
Charge.
Okay. So you guys see Jack charging across the bridge. Dram, what are you doing?
But also, Jack's always charging across the bridge.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I'm supposed to circle. I go, oh, I'm supposed to circle. And so I realize this as you said that, and I start just to jump off the bridge to this side. That's what my route's going to be. It's not going to be the expected route.
Okay, perfect. So one of them, they both throw their spears at you as you leap off of the bridge. So roll Defy Danger Dex.
All right, Defy Danger. Well, let me hold on a second here. It's the same thing. Hold on a second. Where the hell? Oh, I'm on sub. Okay, hold on. Core. I think it's actually free running is what I'm rolling. Which is the same thing as Defy Dex or whatever, or Danger Dex.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna give you. So you rolled a partial success. So I'm gonna give you a hard choice. Do you want to avoid the spears, or do you want to avoid the land and wind up in the water?
How far down is it?
Or sorry, I mean, it's about 30, 40 feet.
Oh, it'd take me a while to get up. I'm gonna take the.
I think I said that wrong, but you understood what I meant, right? Like you're gonna get hit if you land on the far bank. If you want to dodge, you have to basically drop down into the water.
Yeah, no, I got it. I understood. I think he understood. Yeah.
I'm dropping in the water.
Okay, so
I'll get there next turn.
So Dram, you
into the thing into the water next to me. I go shit. Those are hurt.
So Captain Demas is shouting, "Form up!" as Jack disappears off the bridge tram, and you hear a splash a second later. You find yourself now facing these two things. You see their javelins fly, and they both clatter kind of on the railing on the edge of the bridge. One of them winds up on the stones of the bridge itself, and the other one kind of clatters off into the water. The guards are forming up. What are you doing, Drem? When they turn their attention to you as Jack kind of disappears from view.
Oh yeah, I want to shoot fireballs at him. I move to the middle of the bridge and shoot some fireballs.
Okay. Go ahead and. Okay. So you go shoot fireballs. So go ahead and deal your damage.
Oh, not bad.
Okay. You shoot a bolt of flame at each one of them, and one of them kind of dissipates with a sighing hiss as the firebolt hits it. It sort of vanishes into like a purplish smoke, and just leaves its javelins to kind of clatter on the ground. As you're crossing the bridge, having trouble with the controls again. Sorry. You see a bunch of these dudes.
Oh, those Draugr types.
Oh, that's supposed to be a third archer there. Sorry.
He's walking up.
There you go. Yeah, so these are Thrall. So they're undead, shambling undead, just like the ones that you fought in the Myrkridia lair. Except these are they're more armored. They look like they've got this kind of blue and white livery that's like stained and worn and dirty, like that's dug up from the ground because they're obviously corpses. And they all have these silvery kind of sigils on their shields. That they're obviously members of some military unit at one point in time before they were raised. So Dram, you run, you throw your firebolts, so that you see these guys as you kind of crest the center of the bridge. You see them marching, shambling towards the bridge. Each of them holds a big two-handed axe that they kind of carry low in front of their waist to the side. Captain Demas is moving his guard forward, and I will say that, by the way, I forgot to mention the Hearthguard are staying in Gower. They did not, if I didn't say that before, they're not coming with you guys.
There goes second time.
Yeah. All right, Gustav, you see all this going on. What do you do?
I'm going to sing and give my party a boost.
Okay. What do you sing?
I sing, "Do not be afraid. They may have both and have a range, but we got fire and heart on our side."
All right, very good.
Fuck.
Damn.
Oh jeez, that's the highest roll I've ever seen.
How did you get a 15? You rolled a natural 12. Okay. Nice. I didn't even know you could roll that high. Yeah, so I think you get 2 effects with your song, right?
Yeah.
So what 2 effects are you choosing?
Oh, let's see. I'll start with, Jack. This way, when he gets back up on land, he's going to get... I have the Eldritch Tones. I could choose
Okay.
2 effects.
Jack,
So,
roll me Defy Danger Strength. You gotta get your head above the surface before he can help you.
Oh, sure. Just a second here. Hold on. Pops up. Hello.
Okay. Yeah. So you managed to struggle. You managed to struggle in like surface and gasp for air because you've just fallen a good ways, and you hit the water hard. What's that?
I took a point of damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you take some damage, and you kind of were forced to surface. But during the second that you were below, you thought you saw something moving on the bottom of the river, like a humanoid figure.
That's creepy.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you make it to the surface, and sorry, Gustav, I interrupted you. What bonuses are you giving? You're helping Jack with a +1. Is that right?
I'm going to give him, let's see. Oh, I got Eldritch Tone, so I could do choose 2. So let's see, give him 1d4 plus 1d4 damage, and I'll heal him 1d8, which brings him back to full.
Okay, nice.
All right. Well, I should have rolled higher on the damage.
Yeah. So Jack, you feel Gustav's healing magic, and so the current is pretty strong here. Actually, well, it's not going to be too strong because you guys are right below a waterfall, so the water kind of pools down at the bottom. But there is definitely a significant current here that's pulling you downriver, which is that way. And you've got this kind of cliff ahead of you that's probably 20-25 feet up from the foot of the bridge. What do you do?
That's Burning Brand. Okay. So I'm going to pick Near and Throne. Okay. I already had. It doesn't make any difference, but I'm adding Near and Throne to it, and I see this ghostly thing up here. You know and I said, well, she said circle, and then I throw it up there and use him to bring myself up with free running.
Okay, very good.
So I just use the rope's momentum to then the fire burst and I come up onto this thing here and
okay.
This guy.
Deal your damage.
Right, so that's just damage, and I got the extra D4, so I hit damage here, and then
okay. So you made the roll, so I'm gonna let you decide how you handle this. You encounter a problem with this approach as you send this like flaming chain up to grab this solace and wrap around it and crush it and burn it. But when you start to clamber up and kind of launch yourself into the air, and then when you destroy it, it vanishes, leaving you kind of airborne with an upward momentum. How do you scramble up? How do you manage to get all the way up?
Oh, it was sitting right next to that tree. And
okay.
So the last second, it whips around the tree, and the tree starts on fire.
Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, so you start to fire this willow tree on the bank here, as you climb up amidst the flames. Dram, the thrall starts shambling towards you across the bridge. What do you do?
Can I create a wall of fire?
Sure. I think it would be a Zuko style, probably.
Zuko style? Okay, I'll roll Zuko style.
You should have used the fire on the screen.
Okay.
So dry wall of fire.
I'm gonna say you create the. Yeah. I'm gonna say you create the wall of flame, and I'm gonna let you deal your damage anyway. Go ahead and deal your damage.
Yeah.
And you find that although the one that was like you cast the wall kind of on the first one in the line here, and you destroy it, but the other ones walk through the wall, and now you have burning, shambling things coming at you. One of them hefts its axe, and goes to swing at you. What do you do? He's on fire.
Try to dodge it.
Okay. Roll to fight your dex.
All right.
Nice. Okay, so you stumble back handily out of the way. Not really stumble. You hastily backpedal out of their reach, and they have a hard time keeping pace with you because they're pretty slow. The Heron Guard move forward onto the bridge to engage the thrall. Two of them. So one of them stays behind with Damas to kind of protect him, but then Damas is the type to lead from the front, so he actually charges across the bridge and he catches up with you, Dram, and he kind of grabs you and pulls you behind him, and he says, He says, "Do what you can. I'll take the brunt of their attack." Gustav, you see that Damas, as soon as he runs up there, he hacks at one of the thrall and knocks off its axe arm, and it bites him. What do you do?
Oh, I'm immediately get some arcane art to help back him up.
Okay.
Did you just roll another 15?
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, I'll heal him a D8 and give him a bonus to damage.
Nice. Okay.
Oh.
And roll some damage for him. Okay. Unfortunately, he didn't roll that well in his damage roll. He rolled a 4, including your. Oh wait, it's a D4 to damage, right? Yeah. So he nevertheless manages to cut down one of them because they're pretty weak. Actually, let me belay that. Hold on. Let me see what their actual hit points are.
They probably have at least
Oh.
6.
They have
2 armor.
Yeah, they have 2 armor, but they're not that durable. So he cuts one of them up pretty good, but he's not destroyed yet. Let's see. So Jack, you climb up onto the bank. Drem, you got another round of kind of close quarters fighting here as the thrall push at Damas and kind of. Fortunately for you guys, the bridge is sort of a natural choke point, so they can't really surround him as they otherwise would do. But he's sort of getting overwhelmed by the sheer weight of them. What do you do? The Heron guards are struggling to get through because you guys are also kind of blocking the bridge in the same manner.
Can I flip around the bridge? Can I get underneath it?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. That'd be defy danger. Are you going to do it kind of like the brute force way, or are you going to be acrobatic about it, like climbing?
Acrobatic, for sure.
Okay, so give me defy danger dex.
Launch yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay,
do.
so
I kind of do like a little parkour, a little fire parkour.
I say, okay, so you're like climbing along the underside of the bridge, Tenchu Ninja Gaiden style, and one of them reaches down and tries to swing at you, but you can kind of avoid it just by moving your hands. The Heron Guard move forward. One of them comes up next to Damas and is helping him fight side by side. Jack, you come up on the bridge behind these guys. This Solus has been destroyed.
Are you psychic? How'd you know I was going to do that?
Yeah. So what do you do?
I charge into the middle of them.
All right, perfect.
I circled. I shout out, I circled.
That's fair.
All right, so that's no regrets. So I get a +1 forward on this. So I'm going to do a hack and slash, right? All right. So I'm going to have whip my chain into him. 9. I got +1, so that's a 10.
All right. So this is a hack and slash. So he's going to deal damage to you. Let me see what their damage is.
No, I got a 10 total.
Oh, did you?
Because I got a +1 forward for my.
Oh, right. Okay. Sure. Yep. Yeah. So you hit him. What was your damage?
So it gets a +1. What does fiery do? Is it just fiery? It just flames?
It's less. It's their armor is less effective against it.
Oh, okay. All right. I got a 4.
That's
a 5.
Plus, you could set them on fire. Although half of them are already on fire. Okay. Yeah. So you managed to destroy one of them with your flames.
But then I start sputtering because my chains go down and I have to use my regular one.
Yeah.
That's my third use, so I have to do Burning Brand again. All right. So anyways,
you see out of the corner of your eye, Jack, the thing that you saw under the water has come up on this bank and is slowly, methodically working its way up the cliff face. You think the others haven't seen it yet?
There's a fat one down below.
Damas is like, what? But he's kind of tied up with a thrall. He kills another one. And he says, these damnable things, as another one just kind of shuffles over the body and starts hacking at him in the first one's place. I'm going to move the token here just so I can tell what's going on, but the body's like underfoot there. There you go. Okay. And Dram, so you're underneath the bridge. What are you doing from here? You see, you
launch a cannonball into this guy.
Okay.
Get on the board.
Is it launching yourself or launching the?
Yeah, myself.
Okay.
Cannonball.
Damn.
Ooh.
Wow.
So you set off your flames and you go flying. You go arcing over towards that guy. As you do, Damas sees you and shouts, "Wait!" And he holds out his hand like to stop you. And you see that this creature is holding the little dagger that it's holding in its hand. It takes it and plunges it into its own gut. Roll me a Defy Danger Dexterity.
Oh no.
Okay. Let's see. Let me find the stats for these guys. Okay. You take 3 damage as the creature explodes violently, throwing poisonous purple pus in all directions, and you are paralyzed.
Oh, I'm pus paralyzed.
The force of the explosion is such that it knocks you out of the air. So you guys, Gustav, you see Dram, like, he gets hit by this concussive force that you think at first he set that off, but then you see his body falling backwards in this kind of strange stiffened configuration, plummeting towards the river. What do you do?
Oh. Do I know that he can't move at all?
Yeah, it's pretty evident. Like he's not trying to break his fall or maneuver or anything. He's like stiff. He's like a statue.
All right. Like, don't worry. I'm coming to save you. And I'll jump in.
Okay. Defy danger. Strength or con? I'll let you decide.
I'll go with con.
Okay. Con. Oops. Okay.
I love that effect.
You hit the water. Take 6 damage. You hit the water. You kind of try to do a dive, and it doesn't really work out. The surface tension is more than you estimated, and you like wrench your shoulder out of its socket when you hit the water surface, and God, does it hurt! And the current is dragging you along. You kind of lose sight of Dram briefly. Jack, you see all this go on. The Heron Guards are fighting the thrall. What do you do?
My master's gone in the water, so I got my I dive into the water.
Okay, roll me Defy Danger.
And
I'm dying like Lord of the Rings.
Well, I got free running, so I'll it's the same thing.
Okay.
But it's different stuff.
Yep. Yeah, this is definitely the fastest and most direct path. You make it so you make it safely to Dram. It's going to be a Defy Danger Strength too.
And then I got 12, right? So I can reach out with my chain towards Gustav.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you grab them both. It's going to be Defy Danger Strength to rescue Dram, who's currently already sinking underwater.
Let's do it. I caught something, and I go underwater.
Yes, so you get hold of Dram, and it's like trying to lift ton of bricks. Like you cannot get it out of the water without solid footing. Gustav.
But then I have a really long fart, and I get lighter. sorry.
Gustav, roll your Defy Danger as well.
I'm at 0 HP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
What did you take damage from before?
I'll be honest, I did not expect this encounter to be this deadly for you guys.
He hasn't even taken any damage though.
Wait, how did you? You only took 6 damage this whole combat. How did you get to 0?
He's been stabbing himself.
Okay,
with
the
badgers.
base HP is 6. I have only 12 Constitution, so I don't have any
means you have
Constitution
18
bonus.
points.
No, that's the bonus is equal to your Constitution score, not your ability modifier.
Oh, okay.
That explains it.
Okay, that,
Like,
all right. All right. All right, it's not that bad. Okay. All right, defy danger. What was? Yeah, I use Dex.
Okay. I don't think. I mean, Dex isn't really that applicable for swimming. It's going to be either Strength or Con because it's really more
Alright,
about your endurance than your agility.
All right, so Con it is.
Oh no!
I'm just like, it's like I like dive. It's like, don't worry, I'm saving you. And now I'm like going like, oh, I forgot, I can't swim.
Oh god. Okay, Dram, take 2 damage.
dragging me down. I figured it out.
Dram, take 2 damage and roll me Defy Danger Con.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I choked.
Okay. So you I'm gonna say so you choke, you wake up from your brief paralysis because its effect is pretty temporary. And the only thing that you have to hang on to is Jack, so you can either drown some more or you can grab a hold of Jack with all your strength and try to climb him in order to get out of the water. Which do you want to do? The second one is a more natural option.
I would like to choose the more natural of the
Okay.
options.
So you're
I
not.
don't know if I was supposed to roll.
No, so you succeeded on your roll, so you don't have to. Jack, you're gonna now have to try to escape from him because he's holding you underwater as he's like climbing up to breathe. So you get your head above water, Dram. But Jack, he's like drowning you basically. What do you do?
Well, the chain is so I'm going to wrap the chain around my arm again, and then project the flame up with burning brand. I'm going to use that burning fire to drag us to shore.
I mean, I would say you don't really have the. You can use your chain to grab something, but you don't really have the ability to direct flames the way that Dram does.
Oh no! I'm. Can't I? Well, what? The conjure weapon of pure fire. That's what I'm doing. I'm not directing it. I'm trying to use it. It is a weapon, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so you're just using it to pull yourself ashore. I thought you were doing like the cannon thing, like he was doing. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I can't get it. It's underwater.
Okay. Oh no. All right. So.
I will try.
Take 2 damage.
Sure.
Gustav, roll me another Defy Danger, Strength or Con.
I already wrote. It was right above.
What did you roll?
Yeah, 7.
Okay. So you get swept downriver. You manage to grab hold of the piling of the pier here and pull yourself out of the water. So you get your head above water. You see that you're on the other side of the river now from these guys, clinging to this dock. The Heron Guards continue. The Damas, you hear him shouting up on the bridge, and one of the thrall goes tumbling off into the water in pieces. And then you see a second later, you see another one on the other side. And then Damas is rushing around the bank to try to get to you guys. As the Heron Guards converge on the last thrall and hack it to pieces.
I can't believe all the pieces of the river and the NPCs finished the fight.
Yep.
You've just gone to spread eagle lie on top of that dock over there.
Yeah.
And just like, Perseus, How did they know our one true weakness?
Okay, so Dram,
Flowing water.
you're currently using Jack as a flotation device. You're fine, but it occurs to you once you've been above water for a second that Jack is not so much fine. What do you do?
I gotta get out of this water.
Okay.
I'm a fire guy. I gotta
If,
get out of this
if you could,
water.
if you can roll again if you want to try to swim.
Yeah, I wanna try to swim.
Go
I
ahead.
never learned. I was too busy burning trees. Okay, so what do I roll here? Defy danger.
Strength or Constitution, your choice.
Let's do strength.
Uh, okay, so
I'm just going down river. See you guys later.
Jack, take another point of damage.
I'm just going down river.
Oh, you okay?
My master is killing me slowly.
Jack,
Oh.
Jack, you basically have to beat him in hand-to-hand combat if you want to breathe again. What do you do?
I keep stepping on his face.
All right, I gotta do. Artful Dodger again.
Okay.
It's not the undead or the Merluca that's going to kill it. It's nature
Artful
itself.
Dodger to get around him.
This dude
So I'm gonna slip around him and then do a what is it? Defy danger strength to grab his bolt ashore.
Okay. So Jack starts swimming underwater while you're holding him. Jack, you drag yourself onto the cliff face, gasping, and he's clinging to you, and you're just clinging onto this one rock that's sticking out of the water. You can't really scale the cliff from here, not easily anyway. I mean, you probably could, but not with him holding onto you. And then you, after a second, I'm assuming you're going to convince him to hold onto the rock instead of you, because it's a lot easier for you that way.
Sure. Master, just hold on to the rock. I know you like my jacket.
Yo, I just realized something. This
could have just asked to borrow it. Jeez.
This is like the second time we fought in a river, and we did horrible.
What's with the river?
We got
the
our
river
rolls for like 5.
Like, what was it? On the other Dungeon World games, like we kept rolling. We couldn't roll above a 5. During the entire
You guys are getting experience.
Technical monsters to death.
That was amazing. That was the hardest, easiest fight ever. I can't believe we all ended up in the river. Like, the chances of that were so low. And yet somehow.
I expected it from one of you guys. I didn't expect it from the entire party.
All 3, yeah, we all did it. We did it, guys.
Strength roll. I'm like, yeah, I'm Jack the Mighty. I roll 2 1s and I get a 3.
All right, so
and then in the back row, in the very beginning, Gustav is like 15.
Yeah.
But the moment he tries to jump in the water, it's just like, oh wait, I don't know how to swim. Belly flops into the water.
Yeah. So after
now Dumas and his team are not laughing anymore because it's not funny.
No.
that we're incompetent. They were laughing before at us because we were goofs, but now it's like this isn't funny anymore.
Yeah.
You guys got some of our dudes. Actually, no, they're all fine, right?
No, they're fine. They're fine.
Oh, they're fine. Okay.
One of them has some cuts and scratches, but you guys see. So after a couple of minutes, they pull you up over the cliff face. One of the Heron guards comes down to the dock here, Gustav, to check on you and see if you're injured. And you are. So you see that he reaches into this sort of pack that he has that's slung like almost like on his armpit kind of. It's kind of like tied very close to his body, and he pulls out this strange herb, and it's sort of like this scraggly root, and he touches you with one hand and sort of crushes and destroys the root with the other hand and speaks a few words, and you are healed. Let me see how much the healing is.
What is this strange thing called healing?
Yeah.
Previously, only song healed us.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah, you get healed for 7 hit points.
All right. I was like, oh, thank you. Oh, how did they know? Our party's one and only true weakness. Moving bodies of water.
Water. Not just any water.
Captain Demas, as you guys are sort of,
fire.
the Heron guards are checking you two over for injuries as well. Either of you guys injured?
I'm down 3 hit points. It's not much.
Okay. So they kind of they bandage you. I'll say. Let's see. You get back to full health with the bandaging. When it takes a couple minutes for them to treat you.
It's like all my damage is from choked from my master.
Oh right, yeah. You so I guess it wouldn't be.
They put some stab on my some stab on my neck or whatever.
Yeah. They probably they treat
Say, you are no longer my student. You are freed from my. You have passed your last test, and you have now been graduated to master.
Okay. Yeah, so he treats the bruises that you got from grappling with Drum, and he also gives you something to kind of just give you some energy back because you're a little winded.
Ginseng?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, ginseng.
Now that we're not fighting, we have time to rest up. I'll go bardic lore on what we just fought.
Okay. Oh, good. All right. You, Gustav, you look up at the cliff line and you see Damas staring northward, and you can't see what he's seeing at first. When you climb up to here, there's nothing there. I don't know how you take that, but you know that these are, of course, the armies of the dark. The creatures that you fought are the foot soldiers of the armies of the dark, the Thrall, which are, of course, sort of zombie-like undead that you guys are familiar with. And they are created by the necromancy dream. And you know that the others are called soulless. You can ask any one question. What question do you want to ask?
What are the soulless?
Okay, well, I have a whole article on this. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Soulless are once living humans who betrayed the light and fought on the side of the dark. They are turned into what is known as hollow men. Their souls are stolen by sorcery, and they are essentially the archers of the armies of the dark. They are known for the toxin that they anoint their javelins with, which causes excruciating pain. They leave pestilence and corruption in their wake, and you see some evidence of this when you go and look over on the other side of the bridge. You can see that the grass and foliage in the place where they've passed has died and browned. And they're these, basically just floating torsos. They're created from dark magic, and they have the javelins. I'll just paste you guys the article so you can read the rest of it if you want. There it is.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Floating torsos. Got it.
Yep. They're called the Hollow Men or Soulless.
All right. And the guy that went exploding on us.
You only got one question, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can spout lore if you want to. You can spout lore in the other one if you want to talk about the other one. I guess. I guess you can ask a question about each creature. Sorry.
Yeah.
So the other ones. What do you want to ask me about the whites, which is what they're called?
Why did it explode?
So that's actually their purpose. They are undead that are like walking bombs, basically. They're filled with pressurized pestilence, and they're meant to detonate as a sort of like a surprise, like a landmine, to unsuspecting armies of the light.
Oh, kind of like Left 4 Dead boomers.
You also notice that there's remnants of it that are still around. There's these pus packets that it leaves, these big, like almost football-sized globs of putrid flesh that are left lying in the wake of the explosion. And you know that these can also be used as weapons, the pieces that it leaves behind.
All right. First thing, I head over to Dram. It's like, Dram, did you get any of the creatures? Like, none of it like actually touched you, did it?
Oh, I don't know.
You better.
I fell in the water rather quick.
Better do a double wash, because like those things are diseased. And then he points at the little football-sized chunks. It's like, and those parts of it, they could be used as disease weapons.
Oh yeah, they have a slight remnant of the white's explosive properties, and they carry its poison as well.
Can I burn off the fever? Can I break it by like just heating my body up? I don't know. I'm fine though, right?
Yeah, you're recovering. It just takes a couple minutes. The poison doesn't last that long.
Okay.
It's mostly the concussive force and the fact that you're paralyzed, so the other creatures of the dark can destroy you potentially.
Or drowned.
Yeah.
Hey,
Or that.
drown yourself.
No, drowned me.
Damas looks at you, Gustav, as you cross the bridge, and he says, "Did you see him?"
But the guy that went kablooey?
No, the Watcher. He looks northward again, and he says he was there. I saw him with my own eyes. I didn't think that the stories were true. You can ask me a question about the Watcher with your lore if you would like.
Let's see. I guess I could ask him about the Watcher. For myself, or like, what are his known weaknesses?
Let's see. I have to look that one up. Okay, he is one of the strongest of the Fallen Lords. The Fallen Lords being the commanders of the armies of the Dark. And he is a legendary, powerful necromancer that many people believe doesn't really exist. It's sort of like an urban legend. But Damas is claiming to have seen this individual. And he describes him. He says it was an armored figure, just like in the stories. Wearing this kind of horned helm, and he. Let's see. I'm looking for his weakness. He says, "Well, they say he can be defeated by dreams." Let's see. Not much is known about his weakness. So he's an immortal undead creature. So he can't be killed by ordinary means. From your bardic lore, but magic does work on him to an extent. So there are enchantments and things. There are dreams that can be used against him to imprison him or disable him.
All right, I tell everybody that.
Oh, nice work.
Mm-hmm.
Nice work eking out that weakness.
Yeah, it's a very sharp question. So he's in the myth of the Watcher is that whenever the light battles the armies of the dark, he's there like on the horizon, just gazing over the battlefield from a distance, and no one's ever able to get close to him. That's the urban legend. And he's sort of like the a bogeyman, so to speak. All right, so you guys pick yourselves up. And then the two of you guys got healed. Everybody's healed, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, and you continue on your journey to Llancarfan. We get you guys a proper picture of that because it's shiny. Let's see. This isn't a very great picture, actually, but I'll paste it here anyway.
Can I pick up their quivers?
Yeah, absolutely. How many do you want to carry?
Well, how many are in one quiver?
Let's see.
Like 3?
Okay, so it counts as a bundle of arrows. So it's 3 abstract ammo units. So it's not actually it's more than 3.
So I got a volley now I can use.
Yeah, exactly. So it's 3 ammo and each bundle is 3 ammo and 1 weight.
All right, let's see. What is that? Center sub, right? And add. What do I call these things? Hollow javelins.
You can just say soulless javelins or barbed javelins.
Soulless javelin.
Okay, let me give you their stats as well for fighting purposes.
That's a weapon.
Yes.
Your tag, it is poison? Or what?
Yep.
What is it? So it's probably poisoned, dangerous.
Yeah, so it's so poison, dangerous, near, far, and it does a D8 damage.
So if they do they do the damage or does it do the damage? So do I use my damage and just like add like 2 or something?
Good question. No, I guess it would use your damage.
All right. Well, mine's a D8 as well. So
okay, there you go.
All right, I put soulless javelins and quantity is 3.
So you have a thrown weapon now with the poison tag. Okay. And you guys proceed to Llancarfan. So you see that there is this once shining city. Llancarfan was the ancient capital of the Cape Druid Empire from the Age of Reason to the Wind Age, which is what you guys are at the end of now. City served as a symbol for freedom, wealth, and prosperity amongst their neighboring allies. So you guys see this splendid, shining, beautiful, like white-walled city, like nothing most of you have probably ever seen before. Gower has walls, but it's not defenseless, but this is like a proper fortress. It's a fortified city. There's like towers with archers. There's guards lining the walls. You see black robe figures like Myrkrid wielding these staves with these bat insignias on the end. There's obviously like a garrison here, and it's a city, so it's huge. It's bigger than any other settlement in human lands. And they recognize the guards at the gate recognize Damas, and so they crank this great iron gate up slowly to allow you entrance, and you walk in onto this grand main avenue that goes straight up to like a palace at the heart of the city. And so you've got this this huge like parade route promenade that you guys are just walking down with your party. Nobody cheers you this time as you enter, though, but there are some curious onlookers, and the guards on the walls are all watching you. What do you guys do?
Well, I gotta go to the main.
Let me move you guys back to the.
I happily march in. using.
I'm looking for a new apprentice.
Thanks. Tried to choke the old one.
This one's done. This one's overdone.
I sing a song to
Okay,
boost
so,
everybody's morale.
So,
I just march, in just strutting like nobody's business,
okay.
like a
Yeah, so
returning hero.
yeah, of course. So you consider yourself the returning hero, and you do kind of have an escort like returning heroes. There's some tentative, uncertain applause, for you guys as you walk in through the city gate as Jack is strutting his stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like
If you didn't have that, if you didn't have that sign that said "recruiting new apprentice," old one dead, or something like that.
I'm carrying a ticket.
You see
I'm
that
going
there.
to assist them. I'm going to assist them by,
Okay.
hyping things up. It's like as we go on, go. You got
I'm not
the
going to jinx it this
touch.
time.
You got the power.
Okay. Defy danger charisma, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you could.
That's the wrong one.
Oh wow.
Okay, yeah. So you impress the townsfolk with your grand entrance, thanks to the Jack's strut and Gustav's song, and people start to throng to the main thoroughfare to watch this little parade. You guys are marched straight up to the palace. You see as you approach the palace district, there is yet another giant ancient structure that is a leftover from the Age of Reason. It is the Warlock's Tower, which I think one of you guys has been to before, if I remember correctly. One of you guys was sleeping with a warlock or something. Remind me, guys.
It wasn't me. It might have. No, the druid came from the island.
One of you guys had learned from one of the warlocks at this college. Might have been the druid.
It could have been the druid.
Yeah, okay, it was probably the druid. So probably most of you guys have never been here before. I'm going to say that one of you I guess the bard, Gustav, you being the most well-traveled of the group, you've probably seen this place, if not been there. It's kind of like the place to be, if you're in human lands. It's the safest place to be, that's for certain. But they don't look kindly on kind of vagrants. They run a very tight ship. They don't like if you don't have the money to stay there, they'll kick you out of the walls promptly. They don't like people just hanging around, kind of riffraff adventurer types like you guys usually. But you guys
got money.
Yeah, but here you guys have the grand escort, and you head up to the palace, and they roll open the palace gates, and you are presented to Emperor Latrim, and his advisor, whose name is Majarin, who is the head of the warlocks. And we will leave it there for tonight's session because it's getting pretty late. You guys can interact with them next time. Let's do the end of the session move. When you reach the end of the session, choose one of your bonds that you feel is resolved. Ask the player if you have a bond with, if they agree. If you do, mark experience and write a new bond with whomever you wish. Does anybody resolve one of their bonds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sadly, I've been kicked out of being recruit. I've graduated.
Okay,
That's the same one that I have. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys both mark an experience point, and you can choose new bonds with each other, or with someone, or with Gustav, I guess, or Rufus, if Rufus agrees next session.
You know what? I sang a new original song for Jack the Mighty.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm really annoyed at Drum Stroker for abandoning me.
Okay, I'm gonna write these bonds.
Yeah, I need a new bond for Jack. I think. We're gonna call it. Wait, what is it called when a kid won't leave the house? It's not an empty nest. It's It's the opposite.
Opposite of that.
It's Jack house arrest. I'm trying to get him out. He won't leave. That's my.
Okay, so Dram is trying to get Jack to leave the nest.
Jack is mad that
He won't
Ram
fly on his
tried to
own.
drown me.
And Jack, you're mad at what? You're mad at Dram for almost drowning you?
Yeah.
All right, I like these. These are great bonds.
I'm trying to convince him that drowning him was the last step to his.
It's not water.
Release.
Water is not fire, Master.
That's
calling me
why
Master.
it's such a clever. Yeah, quit calling me Master.
All right.
We named the dog Jack.
Okay. Has anybody fulfilled their alignment or drive for the session?
Oh, there's the recognition.
Yep. You get experience point for that.
Spur others to significant and unplanned decisive action.
Did you? Was Jack the significant unplanned action?
It's like
Sorry.
Jack and the captain.
Okay.
Especially the captain, because like he just like got in the front and like he led the charge.
Did you spur him on to that though?
Yeah, sang songs to boost his attack and.
Oh yeah. Okay. Fair. All right. So mark experience for that. And what about you, Dram?
I don't think I spread a dangerous new idea. My alignment's chaotic. I don't know. I don't think so. No. Okay.
Let's see. Well, you taught Myrkrid how to harness the fire dream.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
All right. And then, as a group, we answered these 3 questions. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
learned
the
about
Watcher.
we learned
bridges
about his
are
weakness.
really dangerous.
What? Okay, very good.
Wait,
So everybody mark.
okay, you go first. You go first. Hang on. You go first. Ken, what was yours?
Oh yeah, the Watcher. We learned about his weakness, or like
Learned about the Watcher's weakness. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I learned that bridges are dangerous places to fight. That's all 1 XP anyway, right?
Yeah. So you guys all gained an experience point for that. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Yeah, the explodey guy. He almost killed.
Okay, cool.
TPK the party.
Hey, don't worry, we got the ghosty dude.
All right, so everybody mark an experience point for that.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, because it was. I'll just say it's 1 point because it's all one encounter.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Did we loot a memorable treasure?
I got these cool well, what do you call it?
The poison spears. Okay,
Yeah.
so everybody mark experience for that. All right, and that's it for the session. Thanks, guys.
All right.
No. Oh, what about failures? I gotta roll an experience.
Oh yeah, you gotta. If you didn't already mark experience for every failure you rolled.
Yeah. 1, 2.
I learned from experience that it's hard to light a fire underwater.
4.
That was my failure for that. Let's see.
I think I had the same issue in our other game.
Yeah, it's like every time my party gets near like a river or any moving body of water, it's just like our rows like suffer, like, and our party just like barely makes it out alive.
All right, so guys, once you've tallied that up, check if you have enough experience to level up. If you have, then you can do that for next session. You guys will have downtime after you speak to the Emperor, unless you do something really strange that I don't anticipate. So go ahead and take your level.
Right on. Thank you.
All right, good game, guys. All right, and we're gonna wrap up the stream there. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube.
Next week. Cheers.
Take care. Thanks for watching.